Okay. Hi, everybody. Just give people a moment to hop on. Hi, Rita. Hi, Allie. Hi, Martina. All right. Just give it another. Hi, B. Yay. I was hoping some new people could jump in if we did some on the weekend. All right. So, welcome to the Great Money Experiment, the Great Money Healing Experiment. I'm loving this, and I'm feeling we might want to continue it, just because it's feeling really powerful for me and from the people I've heard from. And, you know, sometimes powerful and like, wow, something really cleared and my experience of money really did shift, even though it doesn't feel like the outer reality of it has shifted yet. And for some people, the experience is of a lot coming up, a lot rising to the surface, which is perfect too, because that is part of this journey. It's very much, you know, darkness and light, shadow and sun. So we're learning how to dance with all of it and allow it all to be perfect and know that we're always moving in the right direction, even when it feels maybe like perhaps we are not completely 100%, but we are, we always are. So, okay. Yeah. So I was checking in earlier and it feels like today's healing wants to be around self-sourcing. Today's healing wants to be around self-sourcing, double checking. Yes. Okay, good. So I think one of the things we all experience as humans is the need to look, or the desire to look outside of ourselves, and look to, you know, to relationships, or to money, or to our jobs, or to our titles, to our family, to, you know, to our houses, to anything at all, to validate our worth, to help us feel loved. And really, it always comes from within us, because none of those things can give us anything we don't already have. The love we feel from others is always a reflection of the love we already feel within. And so, which isn't to say that it isn't lovely to have it reflected back to us, and all these outside things aren't wonderful. And of course we should have them. Of course we should. That's part of the fun of the human experience. And why are we here if we're not going to have fun, right? But we also don't want to find ourselves in the position where, you know, you have the relationship, or you have the money, or you have the job, you have all of the things you thought were going to bring you fulfillment and joy, and then don't because the self-sourcing aspect of it isn't there. And I run into this myself all the time. Like I'll catch myself wanting to receive love from someone else, or receive validation from the numbers in my bank account, or, you know, whatever it is. We're all on this human journey together. So the self-sourcing piece of it, and this has just been driving itself home very strongly for me personally, is that I really need to go within to find my own inner resources, my own inner love, my own inner wisdom, my own inner abundance, my own inner safety, all of the things we sometimes look outside of ourselves for. So that's really what feels like it wants to happen in the healing today. So I'm just trying to see if I can ground my feet, but I have a puppy dog right under them, literally. Okay, there we go. So what you might want to do is take a few deep breaths with me. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel your butt in your chair. Feel your back on the bed or on the floor, wherever you happen to be right now. Just feel yourself supported by the floor, by the furniture. Feel yourself loved by the puppy dog at your feet, if you happen to have one of those too. And just take a few deep breaths, landing here fully in your body, stepping into the circle of this great money healing experiment that has been set up for us. Archangel Michael is redrawing it. He's just adding some extra layers to it, extra layers of transformation, of protection, of joy. Thank you. So as we step into this circle together, feel your energy clear. Feel anything that isn't yours just disintegrate, dissolve. Feel anything that doesn't serve you vanish, because it can't exist in this source light. It can't exist in this pure love. And so when we are in an experience of pure love, everything really is perfect. And the imperfections of our human life, our human existence, just dissolve, because we remember that they don't ultimately matter. They don't ultimately mean a goddamn thing. They're just part of this experience that we've set up for ourselves. And of course, we can always play with that experience. We can always ask to experience new things. But ultimately, when we step into this love, or not even step into it, if we just tap into it within ourselves, if we go into our core and feel that love emanating, feel that higher wisdom, the knowledge of our higher selves, feeling it grounding into our human body, our human experience. And we're just held, and we know that everything is okay. We know that everything is perfect, just as it is. So breathe into that for a moment. Feels like the healing has started. Feels like it's connecting you to different places in your physical body, actually. It feels like some of you are connecting to your physical heart. Some of you are connecting to your elbows. Some of you are connecting to like your joints and your tendons. It's really interesting. But wherever you're connecting, sorry, I'm seeing this connection. I'm not quite sure what it is. Oh, it's your higher self, again, inhabiting your body. And so it's your higher self is just finding those connection points, and it looks like it's a little different for everyone. And grounding in there. Okay, and so as your higher self inhabits your physical body, it feels like it's sending out pulses of light, pulses of love, pulses of the divine energy that you are, that your human self always is, but sometimes you forget when you're kind of like, when we're in our avatar, when we're playing the life video game, we can forget this. And so your higher self is just reminding you that you hold the controller in your hand. And this is only one piece, one small part of your ultimate divine experience as a soul. And since you are infinite, what you can create is infinite. Since you are love, what you can create and feel is love. Since you are joy, what you can create and experience is joy. Since you are divine wisdom, you can receive, create, and guide yourself through that wisdom. And it's all inside you already. It's not being given to you. It's not being handed to you. You're just remembering that it's there. You're learning where it lives inside of you. You're building, that's the connection to the body. You're building muscle memory to help. It's almost like, okay, cool. It's like this healing is encoding itself into your muscle memory, guided by your higher self. So this is happening in the perfect way for you, and it's happening a little bit differently for each person, but it's like it's creating muscle memory so that when you begin to experience something that doesn't feel good, that you don't particularly love, the healing will kind of like activate again and remind you, oh, you do have power. You are love. You are divine creation. You are joy. Everything. It's going to remind you of everything that you are in those moments. So that you can have perspective on that human experience. And remember who you truly are. Remember what you're really made of. And if at any point during these healings or the channeling, there's a word that doesn't resonate with you or an idea that doesn't resonate with you, just let it go. Just skip right over it. Insert another word that feels better to you. Translate it in your own way, because this is all happening in the ether, if you will, guided by your higher self and the guides that show up, your guides, my guides. And it's just like, I'm just trying to translate it as like the amber human. So if you don't ever love my translation, that's okay. Just, feel in and find your own translation. It's perfect. Okay, I'm gonna take some water here. Okay. Okay, so I'm just checking in with the energy, see what it's doing, what's happening here. Okay, I'm getting some thumbs up. Everything's on track. Good, thank you. Okay, so we're just gonna sit in, it's like your higher self, it's inhabiting your physical body right now and just sending out those pulses of love, of light, of healing, of guidance. And so just be with it in whatever way feels good. Breathe through it. If you start getting downloads, feel free to write them down. If you start feeling tired and want to take a nap, take a nap. If you need to drink some water, drink some water. If you get really hungry after these, that can happen. If you get really hungry after these, eat. Eat whatever sounds good. Sometimes after I do long sessions, not these smaller sessions, but when I do longer sessions, an hour and a half or so for my Activate group, sometimes I have to just like get off and eat like fried chicken and mashed potatoes. I just like need that, the protein and the grounding. So if you feel like you want to eat something, especially if it's something that you don't usually eat, just check in with yourself. And if you get the thumbs up, eat it. Take care of yourself however you need to take care of yourself. Okay, so it feels like the healing wants to do a little bit more with this idea of self-sourcing, of knowing that we always have everything we need. We have all the love, the comfort, the joy, the guidance, the support, the abundance, the security, the safety. And it feels like part of this healing is reminding us that our security and safety does not actually depend on money, even though we've been trained very vigorously to feel like it does. Our safety and security is not dependent on money. And like, even my human self is like, yeah, I don't know about that. That doesn't feel right. But I know it's true. My higher self knows it's true. The human Amber is like, well, still, I'd just much rather have this much money in my bank account because then I'd feel safe. But one of the things that I found really interesting is that, I worked with a mentor in the past whose business is extraordinary, very, very successful, makes like what feels to me like obscene amounts of money every month. And, she said something once about, I'll feel safe when I have $100,000 a month coming in. And, and she's making a lot more now. And she said, actually, when I got there, I realized I still didn't feel safe. I was like, oh, that's fascinating. That it could be, because I've always felt it on the other end, but feel, kind of hearing that reflection on the, on the like other side of it is really interesting. And it really just drove home for me the knowledge that money does not create security. Where does our security come from? Where does our safety come from? I feel like this is an idea that we're really wrestling with as a collective right now. Okay, they don't even want me to talk about it. They just want to do some healing around this idea of safety. Okay, around the foundation of that self-sourcing. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. It feels like the energy is working with you at the front and the back of the heart. You might be feeling that, you might not, doesn't matter. It feels like it's working with your root chakra, base of your spine. This is just, okay, this is a light upgrade to help your actual human physical body feel safe in a way that we've been biologically programmed to not feel, the fight or flight thing that's kept us alive for so long. That's shifting now because it's not necessary in the same way as it was. So it feels like this healing is helping you feel safe in your physical body. That's really cool. Thanks. I'll take it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just checking in to see if there's anything else I need to do. No, I'm not doing anything anyway. I'm just facilitating and translating. I am the secretary of this situation. So we're just going to sit with that for another moment or two. Okay. Nope, not done yet. All right. Just going to keep sitting with it. If you feel a little lightheaded or woozy, just take care of yourself however you need to. I'm feeling it a little bit too. I've been known in my bigger sessions to just sometimes pause and put my head down on the table. Even as people are looking at me over Zoom, I'm like, this just has to happen. You need to put your head down, put your head down. Okay, feels like it's wrapping up. Although for some of you, this healing is going to continue. So I'm just going to ask that for those for whom it's continuing, please make sure it is supportive of their life in whatever way they need to live it after we conclude. Thank you. And as I said in yesterday's healing, if anything ever feels too intense, you can either just dive straight in, which is what I like to do, or you can ask for it to be eased up. You can talk to you can ask your higher self, your guides, your, God, however you identify with this energy, whatever ideas around it make sense to you, and just ask that it be gentle. Ask that it ease up for you. Okay. Yeah, good. Good. Okay, so let's just take a few deep breaths together. You may actually even feel a little different in your body. You might feel a little lighter, you might feel a little lightheaded. So just, kind of ease in, check in with yourself after we're done and ask, okay, what do I need in this moment? And then give yourself whatever the answer is. And don't overthink it, just ask the question and see what answer pops in immediately. Okay, one more breath. Okay. Okay. Good job, everybody. If you want to take this a little bit farther, you can ask yourself what, or journal or meditate, or before you go to sleep tonight, ask that you wake up with the answer or receive the answer sometime in the morning. Whatever's appropriate, you can ask yourself, like, okay, how can I give myself what I need? How can I self-source? How can I receive everything I need from within? Because it's already within. It's already within. So just ask and see the answer will be a little bit different for each of you. And I feel like this is a really good practice for just checking in with yourself and starting to tap into that inner wisdom, starting to tap into that divine knowledge that you already have, and just starting to use it in your life every day, every hour, every moment. I'm getting to the point where I make to-do lists just because I have to get everything out of my head, but I don't really follow them anymore. I just ask in each moment, okay, what's next? What's next? What's next? Before I got on this healing, I found myself thinking, okay, so what am I going to do after this? And trying to kind of make a plan for the afternoon. And the plan, even though all the pieces of the plan felt good, the plan itself didn't feel good. So just okay, I'm going to step back and I'm just going to ask when it's complete, what am I going to need? So when we're done, I'll just ask, what do I need now? So this is a really beautiful way to live right now, just in that flow, in the divine guidance, because that's how we bring in the things that we want. This is, being in that moment to moment soul flow is how you, begin to bring in the money, begin to feel, the love and the support, and how you begin to just flow easily through your day without the anxiety that I think a lot of us are used to living with. Sai says, you're kicking so much ass with this series, Amber. Thank you so much. You're so welcome. I'm so glad. You're enjoying it. And I am feeling like, technically the last planned one is tomorrow, Sunday, but I'm feeling like this might want to continue because it's feeling really good for me. And I feel like, the responses I'm getting are positive. So I'll feel into that, and of course let you guys know here and in the emails that you're signed up for if these are going to continue and how to join if they are. And of course you're welcome to show up to as many of these as you like. I love to have you, and I feel like this is a really powerful way for all of us to move forward. And then of course as you show up to these healings and just really, bask in them, then your energy changes and that begins to heal the people around you. And that begins to this kind of healing just affects our lives so positively that the ripple effect is extraordinary. So it's not just, the 7 of us sitting here today and then however many people watch on YouTube. Your energy is continuing to shift those around you, and then their energy shifts those around them. It's just the ripple effect is extraordinary. And Rita says, I'm healing with this too. Thanks. Oh, you're so welcome, Rita. I'm so happy you're here. And Sai says, oh yes, please. I'm so glad. He says, I haven't bored you with a lengthy email of all the amazing shifts happening, but they are. I'm so glad. And feel free to bore me with, or I won't be bored, but feel free to send me emails of all the amazing shifts. I would love to hear them from all of you, if you feel called to share, because it's nice to know that this stuff helps. Because I think for myself and for other healers and other people who kind of work in different ways that aren't quite as tangible, sometimes it's easy to feel like it's not helping. And then if it's not helping, sometimes we stop. I know that I've been starting and stopping for a long time. Not that it's your job to affirm me or anything, talk about self-sourcing, but it is always nice to just know what the effects are. Because that gives us more data points to play with and to just remember that okay, this does help. I will get out of it today. So on that, not quite as self-sourced note, it feels like, let me just check in and see if there's anything else. Yeah, take really good care of yourselves today, guys. There's a lot happening in the energy right now and will be over the summer. And so just really, really check in with yourself in each moment. Okay, what do I need now? What do I need now? And sometimes it can feel like, okay, well, I don't have time to check in with what I need because I have 3 kids in the back. We're already late and I'm sitting at a stoplight, but you are sitting at a stoplight. So you have like 12 seconds to check in and see like, okay, what do I need right now? And what you might need to do is just take 2 deep breaths. What you might need to do is remind yourself that you're doing a great job. What you might need to do is ask for a quick healing on any guilt that you feel. And then it just lifts. There's always the chance to keep checking in and asking for what we need. Well, that feels complete for today. So thank you so much for being here. I will see you tomorrow, same time. You've got the link, and I love you all. Mwah.